Hello family and welcome back to Sussex Squad Family TV on YouTube. Now LBC's James O'Brien has reacted to the UK media's abuse of Prince Harry and Meghan, because right after Prince Harry and Meghan's trailer for their docuseries on Netflix was released, UK media on orders from the royal family, from King Charles, William, Kate and Camilla, have actively been going after Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, James O'Brien, someone I deeply admire and respect, has waded into what is currently happening right now as we speak. And I would like to share with you exactly what he said. My family, remember when Harry and Meghan stepped down as senior members of the royal family? What Fleet Street said. Allow me to remind you, they said that Prince Harry and Meghan can expect no mercy following decision to go rogue and quit. That is, step down as senior members of the royal family, ignoring everything they did to Prince Harry and especially towards Meghan. The bullying of Meghan throughout her pregnancy, the point that a woman wanted to take her own life. That's how bad it got, but they never stopped. My family, hear exactly what James O'Brien said on LBC. Kindly hear this.
Here's the bottom line. Harry and Meghan have become hate figures for much of Britain, never mind the British media, for two reasons. The first is James Baldwin's timeless quote. I imagine one of the reasons people cling to their hate so stubbornly is because they sense once hate is gone, they will be forced to deal with pain. And the second reason is that they gave the finger to Fleet Street. And Fleet Street won't accept that.
My family, James O'Brien has powerful words. James O'Brien has powerful words. I want you to just listen to his words, because his words are very, important. This video appears too bright. And my family, however, what I'm mainly interested for you to hear is his words. So kindly let me be able to repeat it, please.
For much of Britain, never mind the British media, for two reasons. The first is James Baldwin's timeless quote. I imagine one of the reasons people cling to their hate so stubbornly is because they sense once hate is gone, they will be forced to deal with pain. And the second reason is that they gave...
Once hate is gone, they'll be forced to deal with their pain. And the second reason is because Prince Harry and Meghan gave Fleet Street the middle finger. Something that every single person knows. If, you go against the UKW press, if you go against them, they will come after you. They will come after you. And that's what they're doing to Prince Harry and Meghan right now, my family. That is what is currently happening right now as we speak. And we need to fight this hate. Kindly, let's hear
and the second
this.
reason is that they gave the finger to Fleet Street. And Fleet Street won't accept that. I sometimes wonder whether, if my old man hadn't been made redundant by the Daily Telegraph, I would have been one of the people leading the line of attack on these two. Because when you've got Fleet Street in your blood, when you've got ink in your blood, any attempt to lead your life as if we're not in charge is greeted with absolute fury. Look at what happens if you dare to stand up to the British tabloid media. They will kick you around the room until you're bruised and bloodied, and quite possibly, in the case of the Duchess of Sussex, of course, contemplating the worst possible way out of that level of abuse and unkindness. And yet...
My family, you've heard from James O'Brien, like what they did to Meghan. The point that she wanted to just take her own life, my family, because of too much abuse. Too much abuse. My family, kindly continue to hear James O'Brien.
They carried on. They refused to buckle. They tried to play by the rules. They sought the kind of deal that royals have been securing through the ages in their dealings with Fleet Street. They tried to get a kind of hiatus hiatus, a reprieve, a ceasefire, but they didn't. They didn't get it. The palace, for good or for ill, did not come in on behalf of Prince Harry and his wife and demand that the vampires of Fleet Street stop sucking their blood every morning. So they decided to do everything their own way. They decided to
My family, you've heard that part. The deal between the UK press and the palace. The palace did not step in to defend Prince Harry and Meghan. They did not step in. As a matter of fact, they encouraged those attacks against both Harry and Meghan. As we now know from Robert Jobson, the leaks against Harry and Meghan were coming from within Kensington Palace. Cain, or should I say Judas, Prince William, betrayed his own brother, Prince Harry. He went after the woman that his brother loves, to the point that she wanted to take her own life. And throughout Meghan's pregnancy, William, who is in charge of Kensington Palace, did not show Meghan any form of sympathy, any form of mercy whatsoever. The palace made deals to cover up for William and Kate Middleton, but no such deal was ever made to protect Prince Harry. Yet you have them complaining about Prince Harry's book, Memoir, Spare. How could they? How could they? The hypocrisy of the UK travel press. Now that Prince Harry is owning up to what they've been calling him all of his life, a spare. They're like, how can he call the book Spare? How could he? My family, once again, I can't wait for Prince Harry's memoir Spare to come out. I can't wait for these documentaries to come out because it's pissing off the right people. And Prince Harry and Meghan did the right thing, not making a deal with this carnival of so-called experts, not making a deal with the devil, and that is the UK tabloid press that many members of the royal family have made a deal with. That Prince William, Kate Middleton, Charles and Camilla. Charles, who hires a deputy editor of the Daily Mail. Camilla, whom we've seen take photos with Rothmere. Practically all members of the royal family, from Kate Middleton to Sophie Wessex, to William, to Charles and Camilla, have been photographed with Lord Jonathan Rothmere. And the guy also happens to have a title in the UK. Title of Lord. My family, kindly let us continue. Let us continue with what James O'Brien said. Hear his words. Hear his own words, my family, on what is happening. And also, I want to say I'm thankful to James O'Brien because he did not end up working for the UK tabloid press, because if he was, he would be attacking Prince Harry and Meghan right now. So thank you for working at LBC. Thank you, James O'Brien, and thank you to people at LBC. Once again, let us listen to James O'Brien.
Hiatus, a reprieve, a ceasefire, but they didn't. They didn't get it. The palace, for good or for ill, did not come in on behalf of Prince Harry and his wife and demand that the vampires of Fleet Street stop sucking their blood every morning. So they decided to do everything their own way. They decided to rewrite their own rulebook and live entirely by that. They decided that they would not dance to anybody's tune but their own. They are not perfect. They are not infallible. Some of the stuff they do is a little bit silly, but my goodness me, they're brave. Imagine that. Imagine growing up in that goldfish bowl and deciding that you're going to smash the glass and see whether or not you can survive. That's what they can...
My family, Harry and Meghan are brave. They're the bravest people in this entire world. Imagine being targeted by the UK media. And to this day, Harry and Meghan have still not sold their souls to the UK press. And they're asking They've been telling Harry and Meghan what they want. A picture, a photo of Archie, a photo of Lilibet Diana, and to this day, Harry and Meghan have not folded. They've seen what they want. For Harry to come back to the UK, abandon his wife and children, his wife and biracial black children. That's what they want. And despite that, Harry and Meghan have not folded. Despite that, we see the love and affection that both Harry and Meghan have towards each other. Despite the many things that both of them have faced that could break any person. But for Harry and Meghan, it still has not been able to break them apart. And I believe, as I've said before, UK press are frustrated. Everything they have thrown towards Harry and Meghan, it's not working. It isn't. Yes, Harry and Meghan are receiving hate, yes. But companies still work with Harry and Meghan. Netflix works with Harry and Meghan. Spotify works with Harry and Meghan, despite all of these smears. So clearly, the main intended targets of the UK press still work with Harry and Meghan, despite the smear campaign. And that is a source of frustration from the UK press. That said, when Harry and Meghan left, Harry would come back begging for money. Clearly, they were repeating the words of the farm. And no wonder James O'Brien says that Harry and Meghan are brave for breaking that fishbowl. Going out there, going to get a job, a better up. Not knowing, how things will work out, but they did that because they had no other choice. Staying in the UK was not an option anymore. With the bullying, harassment, threats that have been revealed by the Assistant Police Commissioner. Staying was not an option. They had to leave. And my oh my, yes, I agree. Harry and Meghan are brave. Brave. And they are thriving. They are thriving right now. Not as what the press wanted for them to fail. They are fulfilling also their contract with Netflix, which is something the press does not like. Because even Tina Brown said that Harry should come back, and William and Charles will be happy to give him money to come back to a place, an arrangement in which will entail Harry having to work with the rota. An arrangement that Harry was mocked for having. That Charles was the one providing for them, which is something that happens in the royal family. You depend on the king, Prince William, who now is in charge of $1 billion estate, the Duchy of Cornwall, and receives £20 million per year in revenue from the Duchy of Cornwall. Prince Harry and Meghan were never going to get that. The life that awaited them was them begging for money from Charles and William. And we've seen how William is and has been towards Harry. Leaking stories against Harry and Meghan, causing Meghan so much mental health distress. Surely, let me ask you a question. Should Harry have stayed in a place whereby the arrangement will have him borrowing money from people abusing his wife, people mistreating his wife, people clearly doing everything in their power to break apart his marriage to Meghan? Why? Because Meghan is a biracial black woman. And they just couldn't stand it. They just couldn't control or hide their racism. Harry will not be going back to beg money from Charles and William. He is earning his own living right now. He is fulfilling his contract with Netflix. Meghan acted podcast on Spotify she has also fulfilled her part of the contract. And the media is upset because they are thriving. They are earning their own money. And the media does not like that. Harry and Meghan are thriving when the media, the Fleet Street, wanted them to fail. Issued a threat that Harry and Meghan can expect no mercy. They can expect no mercy. Following the decision to go rogue and quit, they said. And they are pissed off at Harry and Meghan thriving and doing their own things. My family, please, let's continue hearing what James O'Brien had to say.
They're brave. Imagine that. Imagine growing up in that goldfish bowl and deciding that you're going to smash the glass and see whether or not you can survive. That's what they can never be forgiven for. And nobody understands this better than the Fleet Street machine that needs the royal family just as much as the royal family needs the Fleet Street machine. That relationship is not parasitic, as I used to think. It's symbiotic. There are lines that will never be crossed. And if
that part, the relationship between the royal family and the UK press is not parasitic. They need each other. They need each other. Any single person who stands against the royal family or is against the monarchy is targeted by the UK press, faces a huge amount of storm. Any single person who challenges the monarchy, and the monarchy uses the UK press as a tool. As a tool. Similarly, the tabloid media makes money from the royal family. Quid pro quo. They benefit from each other. And that's why that relationship is symbiotic. And I like that in Harry and Meghan's description about their series, you can see that Harry and Meghan will cover the relationship between the royal family and the UK press, and the media is not happy about that also being exposed by Harry and Meghan, high-profile people. My family, please, come on. Continue hearing this, please, kindly.
Machine that needs the royal family just as much as the royal family needs the Fleet Street machine. That relationship is not parasitic, as I used to think. It's symbiotic. There are lines that will never be crossed. And if the unexpected or the unprecedented happens, then the reaction will be negotiated. How can we possibly live in a land where the late Queen's second son, Andrew Windsor, is treated more gently and more quietly, calmly, insert whatever adverb you prefer, than her youngest grandson, or rather the King's youngest son, the current King's youngest son? How can we possibly live in a land where Andrew Windsor is talked of in the same breath as Prince Harry? Think about that for a minute. That's been done because of a deal, whether implicit or explicit, between the royal family and the Fourth Estate, the media, the newspapers. You can keep
my family, you've seen that. You've heard that from James O'Brien of what is happening, of how you can see that someone like Prince Andrew is not covered or attacked in the manner that the man who married a black woman and protects and loves that woman is being covered and targeted by the press. The palace made deals to protect Prince Andrew. They made deals to protect Prince Andrew. My family, I remember something about an American show that wanted to discuss, an American news media outlet that wanted to discuss about, Prince Andrew, air a documentary. And they received a phone call from the palace. And the palace was Kensington Palace, I think, which is headed by Prince William. I believe that, if I'm not mistaken. And what happened there was that they threatened that network, completely threatened them not to air, their documentary on Prince Andrew. They threatened them and they folded. They said, look, if you ever do that, you will never ever have access to our royals. Ever again. And they folded. And they folded because the media needs the money. Because the thing is, the royal family are a big business for the media, and not just the UKW press. They are a big business for the media. And they folded. They folded when the palace threatened them. My family, it's so sad that we live in a world whereby a man who loves his wife, his mixed race wife, is abused so much, targeted, harassed, all because he refuses to leave his wife, leave his son, leave his daughter. All because of that. All because he refuses to join in the abuse against his wife, like how Charles contributed to the abuse of his late wife, the late Diana. It's so sad that people talk about Andrew and Harry in the same breath, in the same sentence. Someone accused of sleeping with an underage minor. The other one only married a black woman. In a family, in a farm, not a family, a farm, which, from the words of Dan Wootton himself, a carnival or so-called expert, part of the UK press, say that as a monarchist, I'm a firm believer members of the royal family should be whiter than white. And I'm quoting Dan Wootton's words. Once again, it gives you a rough idea of what life has been like for Harry and Meghan. Let no one ever deny racism has played a part and continues to play a part in the attacks against Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan are thriving and the media is angry. By this moment, right now, they expected for Harry to have come back by now with a tail between his legs, abandoned his wife and children. But that hasn't happened, and the media is angry. The farm is angry. Instead, they're thriving. Instead, the world is seeing the narrative of the UK press is collapsing, fully collapsed. It's down. And the media is not happy. The all-powerful tabloids, their power, clearly, this time it's failing, and they know it, and they can't allow for others to think that their power is failing. They can't. My family, please, let's continue.
Come on your tours, we'll answer your questions. But the other lad, he's out of favour now. And his wife, open season. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Let me repeat this kindly.
Right, it's talked of in the same breath as Prince Harry. Think about that for a minute. That's been done because of a deal, whether implicit or explicit, between the royal family and the Fourth Estate, the media, the newspapers. You can keep your access, you can come on your tours, we'll answer your questions. But the other lad, he's out of favour now. And his wife, open season. You can do whatever the hell you want with her. You can write what you want, you can say what you want, you can print what you want, you can broadcast whatever you want about her. I know what you're thinking. Didn't exactly end well, where we gave you the same free pass on Harry's mum. But hey-ho, the world has turned. That memory has faded a bit. So open season on Meghan Markle. Write what you want, say what you want, do what you want. So they did. And they continue to do so, which is why even today...
So they did, and they continue to do so. So they did and continue to do so. The palace has declared open season on Meghan Markle. Say what you want. Write what you want. They will not intervene. Say what you want. Write what you want. Attack her, insult her, abuse her. The palace will not intervene for Meghan Markle. And the lad that is with Harry, also do what you want. The palace has made no deals to protect Prince Harry and Meghan. What they have done is hand over Harry and Meghan to the UK press to be vilified, abused, attacked, day in, day out, by the propaganda arm, the UK tabloid press. My family, when you speak of betrayal, the only person who was betrayed in this instance was Prince Harry himself. Prince Harry and Meghan. Meghan was told by the royal family that we will protect you. Meghan said this in the Oprah interview. My biggest ever mistake was believing them when they said they will protect me. Meghan said that in the Oprah interview. Go look it up. The Oprah interview. Meghan said that my biggest mistake was believing them when they said they will protect me. Instead, what they do, they declared open season on Meghan Markle. That is what they did. William, Cain, Judas. William was the one who contributed to leaking stories against Meghan throughout her pregnancy. The lie that, Meghan had made Kate cry. Like that lie, for instance. And many other lies. Trying to paint Meghan as a bully. That is what they did for a long, long time. My family, I am glad that Harry and Meghan escaped. I'm glad that they are telling their story. So, when this docuseries is released, I'll be at the forefront watching it, tuning in, and I will believe every single word told by Harry and Meghan. Because what they have said, everything they've ever said, has been proven to be true. My family, kindly, let's continue with this.
Gave you the same free pass on Harry's mum, but hey ho, the world has turned. That memory has faded a bit. So open season on Meghan Markle. Write what you want, say what you want, do what you want.
My family, let me pause there kindly. This part whereby James O'Brien said about Diana, spoken about the late Diana. This part where he's mentioned Diana about, what happened. They harassed her, the point that she lost her life. But then look at what James O'Brien said. Kindly hear this, what he said about Diana.
Whatever you want about her. I know what you're thinking. Didn't exactly end well where we gave you the same free pass on Harry's mum. But hey ho.
We gave you the same free pass on Harry's mom. It didn't exactly end well, but hey ho, guess what? The world has forgotten about that. The tabloid press relies on people having amnesia. The royal family relies on people having amnesia for it to continue doing what they're doing right now. My family, I'm happy that it has not worked on us, the Sussex squad. My family, the world cannot forget what they did to Diana. No wonder the royal family are doing everything in their power to silence Diana. In the Panorama interview, for instance, how they have made BBC quiet. They'll never ever air the Panorama interview ever again. And now, make no mistake about one thing, they are going after the Oprah interview. They are going after whatever it is Harry and Meghan will say at the docuseries, or what Harry and Meghan will say, in anything, or at Prince Harry's memoir, Spare. My family, don't let them make you forget what they did to Diana and what they're doing right now to Meghan. Don't let them make you forget what they did, how cruel they were to the late Diana. Don't let them forget. Don't let them rewrite history in their treatment of Meghan. Don't let them rewrite history that indeed Prince Harry married a biracial woman and had 2 kids with her, like what they're doing right now. By putting Charles' coronation on the same day as Archie's birthday. By putting Charles' coronation on the same day as Archie's birthday, they did that intentionally to erase baby Archie from the history books. My family, make no mistake, at Lilibet's birthday, Royal family will put a major event. Make no mistake about that. My family, kindly hear this, once again, please.
The other lad, he's out of favour now. And his wife, open season. You can do whatever the hell you want with her. You can write what you want, you can say what you want, you can print what you want, you can broadcast whatever you want about her. I know what you're thinking. Didn't exactly end well, where we gave you the same free pass on Harry's mum. But hey-ho, the world has turned. That memory has faded a bit, so open season on Meghan Markle. Write what you want, say what you want, do what you want. So they did, and they continue to do so, which is why even today, the front pages of every newspaper are somehow turning the fact that they are more interesting than his brother and sister-in-law into something of which they are guilty. Netflix.
Somehow, Prince Harry and Meghan are guilty of being more famous than William and Kate Middleton. And they're blaming Harry and Meghan for that. That somehow Harry and Meghan are overshadowing the future king and queen of the UK, William and Kate Middleton. Somehow. And it's Harry and Meghan's fault. How is that okay? How is that okay? That is my fault that I'm more famous than my brother. How? How is that okay? Does it even make sense? And the same media that is blaming Harry and Meghan for being more famous than William and Kate Middleton are the same ones who don't even care about William's Earth Flop tour. Are the same ones who, whenever they ever write anything about William and Kate Middleton, they have to trash Harry and Meghan. They can't even mention or write glowing things about William and Kate Middleton without trashing Harry and Meghan. They can't. William and Kate Middleton's PR media can't write a single positive thing about Kate and William without trashing Harry and Meghan, without talking about Harry and Meghan. William's birthday, attacking Harry. Kate's birthday, attacking Meghan. My family, seriously, if anyone is to blame for William being lazy and boring, it's on William. It's his fault. And the UK press for not covering them. Not Harry and Meghan's fault. That people are more interested in Harry and Meghan. Not Harry and Meghan's fault. People can see exactly who the bad people in this story are. And it's not Harry and Meghan. My family, please let us continue. Please.
Steals the spotlight from Wales's. It's absolutely pathetic. Breathtakingly pathetic, actually, that the machine, the war machine of Fleet Street is now so devoid of justification for its bile that they're claiming the release date of a Netflix film is a declaration of war. And you know what?
There is no justification for this hate. They have nothing on Harry and Meghan. Nothing. That somehow a release date for a docuseries is being painted as a war on the royal family. They have nothing on Harry and Meghan. Nothing. My family, please let's continue.
I hope it is. I hope it is, because if my wife had been treated like his wife has been treated, all bets would be off. If I had gone to my brother and asked him to help me protect my wife from the kind of abuse that Meghan Markle has been exposed to, and that abuse seeps from mainstream media to social media and drips into every corner of Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and my brother had turned around to me and said, yeah, well, there it is. I'd be declaring war. If this was 400 years ago, I'd be raising a flag on Hounslow Heath and contemplating a a coup for the crown. But those days are over. The prize today is just PR. The prize today is public image. And here, finally, is the question. It's just envy, isn't it? The whole point of the attacks upon Prince Harry and his wife, whether they're coming from within the palace, on the record, off the record, nowhere near the record, or whether it's coming from Fleet Street, is because they're simply better at everything. They're better at PR, they're more media savvy, they're more articulate, they're more empathetic, crucially they're more accomplished. Look at their careers, compare their careers. They're more accomplished and they're more attractive. So here is the real sin of Harry Windsor. And this only occurred to me last night. It's box fresh. I'm going to throw open the phone lines and you can kick it to pieces if you want on 0345 6060973. But the real reason for the hatred, the viciousness, and this astonishing level of abuse is because they make a complete mockery of royalty itself. The idea that he gets the top job and he sits in the sidecar for the rest of his life is absolutely absurd. But we can never ever admit that because it shakes the very foundations of the royal family. So...
James O'Brien! James O'Brien! I like that. I like that. That guy is intelligent. That guy is so intelligent. My family, James O'Brien has said what we have said. What we've been saying all this time. And he says that William did not lift a finger when Meghan was being abused. As a matter of fact, William was the one who was reaching out to the UK press that were bullying Meghan. It was Prince William. And even James O'Brien, the press know it. The press know it. William's jealousy was too much. Too much. He couldn't stand seeing his brother, in love, and that he won't follow him around anymore. He couldn't stand it. He couldn't stand it. Because William, even he is not in love with his wife. No wonder we have cheating allegations over William's head. My family, I want to hear your opinion kindly about all of this that has happened and what James O'Brien has said. Kindly tell me what you think. Harry and Meghan are more attractive, more media savvy, more everything that William and Kate Middleton will never ever be. And William and Kate Middleton are jealous. My family, please let me know what you think about what James O'Brien has said. His words were just so powerful. I had to share with you kindly. And please stay tuned to our next video. May God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Libidana, and Doria Ragland. We love what they're doing. Harry has a right to speak up. And James O'Brien saw what happened to Meghan. The abuse and racism. And he has said, if that had happened to my wife... right now, possibly, there will be a revolution. And my brother went there and I asked my brother for help. I asked my brother for help and he said no. Right now, there will be a revolution. But those days are gone. Now, it's a battle of PR. A battle of PR in the royal family. And clearly, no matter the financial strength of William and Kate Middleton, and the crown, no matter what they've done, clearly they've been unable to destroy Harry and Meghan's reputation and characters, something they would love to do so much. But clearly they have failed. And they will keep failing. My family, I can't wait for Harry and Meghan's docuseries on Netflix. They have a right to tell their story. They have a right to tell their story. And I can't wait to hear their story. And I know that you cannot wait as well. Even the media is not interested in William and Kate Middleton. Still, they can't. William and Kate Middleton go to the US. What are they talking about? Will William and Kate Middleton visit Harry and Meghan? My family, Even the media does not care about covering William and Kate because they are boring. And they know it. My family, William Cain thought that by taking down Abel, he will be loved. Instead, he got a curse. So William, no matter what you do to Harry and Meghan, it won't earn you points or favor. This is not 1960. This is not 1960. And it's high time that members of the royal family understand that. May God bless Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. May God bless them so much and protect them. And may His favor always be upon Harry and Meghan. My family, what do you think about what you just heard? I want your opinion right now. And kindly stay tuned to our next video. No weapon from against Harry, Meghan shall prosper. No weapon from against Harry, Meghan, Archie, Libedana, or Doria Ragland shall prosper. And Harry and Meghan will not be silenced by a racist media, the UK tabloid press. Stay tuned to our next video. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.